continue our chemistry course. In this quarter, we will study organic chemistry. Organic chemistry. Okay. We will study from chapter 17. We will study three chapters: 17, 18, and 19. Okay, so you have to study organic chemistry because it's a very important branch of chemistry. Okay, I want to give you some information about organic chemistry before you go to the secondary stage. Okay, so please open your box, page 214, and let's start our lesson. Okay, as you can see, we will study from the pages of the book, and after we finish the lesson, I will make a summary. I will write a summary for the main points of the lesson on the whiteboard at the end of the day. Okay. Uh, okay, let's start our lesson. In this lesson, we are talking about the basics of organic chemistry. First of all, what is organic chemistry? We have, as I said, we have different branches of chemistry. We have organic chemistry, we have also inorganic chemistry, and we have physical chemistry. Okay, so we have three branches of chemistry: organic, inorganic, and physical. We studied inorganic and physical chemistry before. Electrolysis is a type of inorganic chemistry. Titration is a type of physical chemistry, and so on. So we studied some of these information of organic chemistry before in grade 7 and 8. Okay, but we will study new information about organic chemistry. So first of all, what is organic chemistry? Organic chemistry is a branch of chemistry that studies organic compounds. As we mentioned before, if you remember that we have two types of compounds. We have natural compounds or organic compounds. Also, organic compounds are natural compounds. Natural compounds are extracted from plants, from animals, from natural materials. Also, inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds, they are artificial. One sorry, Shabab, let's continue our lesson. We were saying that we have two types of compounds. We have organic compounds. Organic compounds are natural compounds. They can be extracted from natural materials, from plants, from animals, and so on. We have also inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds like sulfuric acid, like sodium carbonate, like sodium hydroxide, calcium chloride, all these compounds are inorganic compounds. They are artificial and they are man-made. They can be made in laboratory. Today we will talk about organic compounds. What are organic compounds? Organic compounds are compounds that contain carbon. So all organic compounds contain carbon. If the compound doesn't contain carbon, so it can't be an organic compound. For example, NaOH. NaOH is sodium hydroxide. It doesn't contain carbon, so it is not an organic compound. Okay? Calcium chloride, CaCl2. It's not an organic compound because it doesn't contain carbon. Any compound that doesn't contain carbon is not an organic compound. All organic compounds contain carbon. And as we mentioned before, or you studied in biology, that we have some organic compounds like carbohydrates, like proteins. Carbohydrates consist of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Proteins consist of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, and some sulfur, and so on. So all these compounds contain carbon. All organic compounds contain carbon. Okay. We have different organic compounds, and we have different groups of organic compounds. We classify organic compounds into groups. Okay? All the compounds in one group have the same properties. Have the same properties. For example, we have alkanes. For example, alkanes have the same chemical properties. Okay, we have also alcohols. Alcohols are a group of organic compounds. They have the same chemical properties. Okay, but they can have different physical properties, like the boiling point. The boiling point or the melting point can be different from one compound to another, but the chemical properties are the same. They have the same chemical properties, but they can have different physical properties, like density, like melting point, boiling point, appearance, and so on. Okay, so organic compounds of the same group, like alcohols, for example, the group of alcohols, they have the same chemical properties, but they can have different physical properties. Okay, they have the same chemical properties because they have all the same functional group. What is the functional group? For example, in alcohols, we have here a table at the bottom of the page. We have a table for the functional group. Functional group is the group at the end of the compound that gives the compound its properties. Okay, for example, we have a mistake here. This is the functional group of alkanes. The functional group is not C single bond H. It is C single bond C. Okay, so you can change this H into C. Okay, can you write C here instead of H? Okay, this is a mistake from the book, because alkanes, the functional group of alkanes is the single bond between carbon and carbon. Okay, not between carbon and hydrogen. Now let's go to the groups of organic compounds. If we have a group of organic compounds like alcohols, like alkanes, like carboxylic acids, they are called homologous series. Homologous series. Okay, what is meant by homologous series? Homologous series are group of organic compounds with the same chemical properties because they have the same functional group. Again, we have homologous series. Homologous series are a group of organic compounds with the same chemical properties because they have the same functional group. For example, if we have alcohols, alcohols, yes, yes, Muhammad. No, Muhammad. Alkanes have the same chemical properties. Alkenes have different chemical properties because the functional group in alkenes is C double bond C. In alkanes, C single bond C. Okay? Did you change this H? Huh? Yeah, okay. So the functional group of alkanes is C single bond C. Okay? Now, we have different homologous series. We have alcohols, for example. And as we mentioned before, if you remember, that if you have one carbon atom, so it is called meth. The compound is called meth. If we have two, it is called three, four, prop, and so on. Four for bute and pent, and hex for six carbon atoms. Okay, if you remember. So if we have alcohols,